Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pies Footy Show. I know it doesn't say the Pies presser today. I feel like sometimes the Pies presser it's breaking news, it's headline news. But why can't it just be a show where people just jump in and maybe we just use the title of the video as the thing that might pique people's curiosity, but I'm not too bothered either way. It's a show. We come to talk, and that's pretty much it. We look forward to the weekend, that is. Ironically, it's the long weekend, and we're playing on a Monday against the D's. King's birthday clash, massive M&D fundraiser, which is obviously huge. Just listening to Fly's presser just before, his brother-in-law has been diagnosed with M&D in the last couple of years. So I didn't realize he had that close connection. I actually had, growing up, I was playing at a certain soccer club when I was 19. I had a guy who was a couple of years older than me. He would have been 31 today. He passed away 2 years ago from M&D. A guy I played with. I didn't know he had M&D until he had passed away. So it is, it's tough. So it's puts some important eyes on the disability, the neurological disease. So it is what it is. Anyhow, welcome. Who's here? Manny, Chris, Mello, Benny Zero, Budki, Chris again, and another Chris. A few Chris's in the chat. A few Chris's flying around. But what are we talking about this week? What are some of the conversations going into this game against Melbourne? Probably at the top of the list is probably, who do we select in the ruck stocks? Do we bring in Mason Cox, or do we bring in McStay to double team Max Gawn? I don't think do you want McStay coming into the side and rucking against Max Gawn, or even their second ruck off the back of an MCL? Don't know. But how tall do you want to play? How's the weather going to go? McStay's probably, Fly said he's pretty close to a return, so we'll see. Splits is here. Vasily Antoniadis. What's going on? So there's training Friday, which will be the main session. And then Sunday will be the captain's run, I believe. Today was a preview of Big Freeze. Winter came with a bullet. Mate, fuck, it was frosty, wasn't it, eh? Can't have Coxie, McStay, Membry, Checkers, Cameron, one team. Totally reasonable, I guess. Yeah, obviously. But then, if you do bring in, I guess it comes down to, is it Coxie or is it McStay? Maybe you just go with Coxie for this game. Horses for courses. And then McStay comes in the following week. Maybe you give McStay a few quarters in the VFL. Badri says, I'd rather Cox come in over McStay. Give him a break and bring in Cox after the break. Manny says, if McStay is fit, he plays, simple as that. Don't worry, mate. We'll bring you in a second, Manny. We'll bring you in a second. We can discuss this further. Team Mello, going to be a wet game too. Hey, champs, how are you, mate? Melissa, I'm good. Budki says, delete your Carlton story. It was funny. Most people in the story, Budki, they all got it right. They all thought it was Kazi Farid. Wildlife Animals YouTube. Is Hawthorn's season over? Who cares, man? Fuck them. Fuck them kindly, bro. Gee whiz. There we go. All right. So, most of you know how this whole thing works, but for those who don't, here is a link to the Discord. If you want to jump on this show and have your say, the link is right here. That's how you get into the server, and then from there you join the voice channel, which is called the YouTube live stream voice channel. So that's the link. I'll pin that there. Pin message. And our first man up will be... Hold on. Let's make sure we get the Discord all good. Yes, mate.
Hello, can you hear me?
Fucking loud and clear. What's going on?
Hello there. What's going on, buddy?
Boy, sir.
Where you been, mate?
Boy, sir. Boy, sir.
Did you have a good night Saturday night, huh?
Mate.
Did you have a good night Saturday night, huh?
Saturday,
Huh?
Saturday night. Friday. Baraskavi. Friday.
Oh, Friday night. That's right, Friday night.
Baraskavi ke Salvador. Both nights, man.
Yeah, someone called me. Told me they saw you lurking around Thomastown. Yeah, middle of the morning.
Thomas.
I said, nah, it wasn't him. They said, I think it was him.
Get your private investigators away from me, bro.
What are you doing, Malaka? What's happening? What's with all this talk about McStay? Fuck some of our supporters.
What do you mean if McStay's available, he comes in straight away, no questions asked? Why are you coming in like that? Why are you coming in like that?
If McStay is fully fit, right, fully recovered and fit, he's in. What are you holding him back for? It makes no fucking sense.
What about Max
It
Gawn?
makes no sense.
What about Max Gawn?
What? Who gives a shit? Who's Max Gawn? Who's Max Gawn? Where's Melbourne? Where's Melbourne on the ladder? Who's Max Gawn? What are you worried about Max Gawn for? What's he gonna do?
Malaka is the best ruckman in the league,
Well, so you're gonna leave a better player in McStay on the sidelines to bring in Cox to help out in the ruck.
Bro,
when you get McStay to help out in the ruck, if he's fully fit
with an MCL, with just off the back of an MCL, man, the guy has got no knees left. McStay.
Yeah, but so what's the difference? If it's fully recovered, what's the point of holding him back? It makes no sense. So what are you going to hold him back for if he's fully fit? Tell me.
For courses. Horses for courses.
How does that make sense?
Horses for courses.
He'll play. He's got to tick off training on Friday. He'll play. Cox to help out in the ruck. It's going to be raining. I don't know if they want to go too tall. The only player I'm worried about on their side is Pickett, Stickett. Right? If we hold Pickett, they won't do nothing. The only player that gets off the chain is Pickett. Last week, the St Kilda Football Club held him, and he got frustrated. That's what's going to happen. Just hold Pickett, keep a leash on Pickett, and they'll do fuck all.
Who's keeping him quiet on the weekend? Tell me.
I'm putting Quinn on him, not Josh, because Josh Dacos he's not that good defensively. I just put Quinn on him.
Yep.
Quinn on him, and just stop Pickett. If he kicks 4 or 5 goals, that might beat us. You just got to stop him. Christian Petrarca's he's going to be traumatized from last year.
Yeah. So
he won't do nothing. Oliver's cooked. So Gawn, what's Gawn going to do? They can't even kick goals.
I mean, he's definitely their best player. Yeah. He's the best ruckman in the league right now, Max Gawn.
Yeah, I know there, but he's only rucking, bro. It's not like he's a power forward or he's going to smash. He can't even kick goals from 15 meters out there. He misses targets, bro. As if we can't control Cameron. As if Cameron can't control him. We can get the bump on him. 4 or 5 goals bump on him and just finish him off.
So, just quickly on the
and it's critical. These points are critical.
No, go.
Yeah, these points are critical. You know why?
Why?
Because every other team below us, from 6th position up, are playing each other. So these 4 points are critical. If we can get these 4 points, then we're going to skip 2 games ahead of most of them.
Because we've got Bulldogs Hawthorn Thursday, Adelaide Brisbane Friday, Bravo Geelong Gold Coast Saturday. Wow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Hawthorn's playing the Bulldogs. That's what I'm saying. So all those teams there are going to drop games.
I'm saying? I told you. I told you.
I told you. You didn't tell me nothing. I look at every angle. Before every game, I look at things, man. I observe things. I look at everything, bro.
That's why you're here,
This game is critical.
That's why you're here.
if we can get the job done, and also they're all interstate clubs. That's what I'm saying to you. Top 2 this year is critical. What did you say about Hawthorn?
Did you watch back the game at all by any chance?
Of course I did. After I got off the phone to you. After I got off Discord. I'm in the pre-game show.
Did you pick up anything in watching it back the second time, or?
Yeah, I picked up. I told you I was looking at the young players, how they were performing. I know what the older players, how they play.
Tell me.
I was looking at Ed Allen and stuff and his running patterns. He runs, mate. He runs. He's a racehorse. West Coast are looking at him now. West Coast are looking at him.
Don't worry.
Huh?
Don't worry about West Coast, man.
Yeah.
He's cutting his teeth at the Collingwood football.
Yeah, but I'm always worried about young players when they get drafted from Perth. Only the young players. The older players don't bother me. It's the young ones. They get homesick.
But the thing is, right? Here's the thing. Hear me out. Where is Darcy Cameron from? Western Australia. Billy Frank. Is Billy
he
Frank,
would have just told you that.
Is he from Adelaide?
I don't know where Billy's from. I'm not worried about Billy. Darcy Cameron, as I said to you a couple of weeks ago, it's the young players you have to worry about. The older players like Darcy Cameron, he's going to get married soon. He's built his life in Melbourne. He's 30 years old. What about
Bobby Hill?
It's the young ones you have to worry about.
Bobby Hill's young and he's sticking around.
Yeah, but Bobby Hill's got family here. He's got his cousin and he's got his kids with his missus. See? Ed Allen. What about Ed Allen and Hazy?
Bo McCreary, he's from Adelaide, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's from
your neck of the woods.
Adelaide's not as bad.
He's from fucking
Adelaide's not as bad.
He's from Whoop Whoop, mate.
Yeah. You had that Malacca Ollie. What's his name? Ollie Henry leave. And he was up the road at Geelong. Yeah. And we got nothing for him. That's the problem. We don't want to be developing young kids and we lose them for nothing. Then it sets us back.
Oh, you know, it's still early days. Still early days, anyways.
Watson's on personal leave after what we've done to him.
Nick Watson.
Yeah, he's not playing this week.
Really?
Apparently, it's illness. It's not illness. It's not illness, mate. You know what it is?
Did we send him sideways?
It's performance anxiety. The new word, performance anxiety.
We sent him sideways, huh?
Bobby Dazzler's sick as well. Hopefully, his kids are sick. Hopefully, Bobby Dazzler gets. Yeah, I know, but he's home looking after his family.
Yeah. I didn't know. Man, how many milestone games do we have this year? Far out.
Yeah, he might light it up in the 100th. Well, so it's two changes for me. Hayes is coming in for Schultz.
Yeah, fair.
We're going to take it easy with Schultz now because he's done the hamstring twice now. They're going to give him six weeks to get over it properly. So Hayes for him, and I reckon they're going to bring McStay for Lipinski.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Well, I mean, look, Fly said if McStay gets through, he'll probably play. The fact that it's raining, maybe that's what keeps Mason Cox out of the side and brings McStay in.
Yeah, I know, but there's no world that the coach is going to leave McStay out over Cox. It just won't happen, bro. It just won't happen. I'm telling you, it will never happen. There's no way that the Fly's going to leave McStay out of the team for Cox. It's just not going to happen.
What did the YouTube video that Collingwood posted earlier, what did the title say? Do you remember?
The YouTube video?
Yeah, the one they posted about Fly's press conference.
Oh, I don't read. Yeah, press conference.
What did the title say?
Oh, I forgot what the title said. I saw it though.
It said Craig McRae hints at McStay and Mason Cox return.
Yeah. Well, he might play both then. He might play both. He might.
Don't switch up on me now. Don't just switch up on me because I give you a title.
Don't say he might play both. Well, you can still play. Cox and McStay have still played in the same team before. It's not like it's something new. What are you talking about?
Malaka, if it was me, look, who am I to judge? But if it was for me, I'd rest McStay or play him in the VFL for a couple quarters. Knee injury, MCL, He's going to have to ruck against Max Gorn and the second ruck. I just don't
Yeah,
love
but
the
it makes
idea.
no sense, bro.
I don't love the idea, bro.
But
I
mate,
don't love it.
you're not talking. Yeah, but you're not talking sense, bro. If he's fully recovered, right? He's got no MCO anymore, has he? So what are you resting him for? It doesn't make sense.
Ella
That's what I don't
Malaka.
understand with some supporters.
We'll settle this. I'll make a poll.
But it makes no sense, man.
McStay in
But it makes no sense.
or McStay in or oh god, McStay in or Cox or one more week out.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. If he's fully recovered and he's got no injury, why are you resting him for? What's the point? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I just don't think it's a great match to come back. Final, it's not a great match to come back into, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I don't understand why. He's not injured. That's what I don't get. If he's not injured, what are you holding him back for? What doesn't make sense?
We'll let
it doesn't make sense.
We'll let the poll decide.
Does that make sense to you? He's not injured. He's fully fit, but you're holding him back.
Saying. All right, but then we add in. How about this? Then we add the layer. We add the layer in that Mason Cox historically goes well against against Max Gorn, and we also add the layer that Mason Cox was by far and away best on ground in the VFL game against the Box Hill Hawks, a top side. Do you not have to honour that?
Yes, but you can play in both. Yeah, but you can play in both. They've both played before. I don't understand what the problem is. They've both played before.
We have, but we haven't played. Here's the thing, Manny. We haven't played Membry, McStay, Checkers, Cox, Cameron all together. That's too many tools, to be honest.
Well, they might rotate Cox off the bench.
Cox hardly plays anyways, bro. He plays like 50% game time. He just comes in to pinch hit in a ruck.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna do. You sure we haven't played all three tools and Cox at the same time?
So no, we haven't played that tool before. At least not in the last couple years.
Anyways, I'm dropping Cox over McStay every day of the week. Gorn doesn't scare me.
Yeah. All right. Well, what about Tom Mitchell? Did you see how he went in the VFL?
He's ready. Is he ready? Bring him in. I don't know what they're going to do. They might want speed. They might leave Long in instead of he didn't mention Mitchell.
No. But here's the thing, right? I don't think it's not a Tom Mitchell or Ned Long conversation anymore. You know what it is? It's can Tom Mitchell play a little bit of midfield, and can he play a little bit of forward like a Lockie Sullivan? That's the question now.
Yeah, they can also rotate him off the bench with Long. So you don't have both of them on the field at the same time. You can rotate them off the bench. So when Long comes off, Mitchell comes on.
But Long plays 80% of the game, mate. In the midfield.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. If you want to lose speed, you can bring in Mitchell in. With Mitchell, you're going to lose speed.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't necessarily having them feature. You can't have them featuring in the midfield at the same time. Tom Mitchell's probably going to.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to look like Carlton, you bring in Mitchell with Long, and then you look like Carlton slow. You want to have that pace in the middle.
Have you seen?
We don't really need Mitchell. We don't need Mitchell. What's Mitchell going to do for us? We don't really need him now.
I mean, he definitely will be posing the question: is he worthy of a spot over Lockie Sullivan at some point? For sure.
Yeah, with Sullivan. With Sullivan sub.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep Mitchell on as a sub?
Yeah.
What's he going to do for us as a sub?
Come in as a sub. I reckon you want to go all right.
Yeah, he could if the game's close in tight. If the game's close in tight, but if we're pounding a team, Might be good to rest long.
Malaka,
take long off for half a game.
How's finals footy played anyways?
Yeah, finals footy's played like that. Yeah, in tight and tough.
Yeah.
But we're not playing finals footy yet, buddy.
We better have him
season.
fucking primed for it though. No?
Put it this way. If it's
how quickly they forget about the man who was almost the best final series player in 2023, huh?
Well, we forgot about him, bro. I want him in the team. But at the moment, I'm not risking Long's form for Mitch. I'm not taking that risk. I'm not going to change what's working.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody here is saying that. We're all saying, is it Titch?
Yeah, we'll bring it both in.
Or is it Sullivan? Or is it... or you can say, is it Titch, just depth? Not even... It's not Titch or Sullivan. It's not Titch or Long. It's Titch in the case that someone is out.
I'm playing Titch as sub over Sullivan. He's a better player than Sullivan. But I'm not giving Titch Longy's midfield minutes.
Me neither.
So I'm playing Mitchell on the fact that he's a better player than Sullivan. So I'm bringing Mitchell in for Sullivan. Wherever Sullivan plays, if he's a sub, well, that means Mitch has to be a sub.
Do we play Tom Mitchell this week, or do we let him keep doing his thing in the VFL still?
If he's played a full game in the VFL, he's been in the VFL for 3 weeks now, you bring him in as a sub. But as I said to you, I'm not starting Mitchell now in the midfield. He's not ready for the midfield. Long starts in the midfield. Mitchell takes wherever Sullivan's playing. Mitchell's taking his spot. I'm not taking Long out of that midfield.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry about you and your. Don't worry about you and your boyfriend Ned Long. We're not gonna take him out of anywhere, mate. Don't worry.
I'm just saying. Wherever Sullivan's playing, Mitchell's playing. So Mitchell's taking his spot. Yes. Same role.
Yes, pretty much.
And I'm bringing him McStay. I'm bringing him McStay to pitch it in the ruck, and I'm leaving Cox out this week.
That's it.
Because then if we leave McStay out, we've got the bye. We've got the bye. Then we don't want him getting totally out of form. It's too long of a break. It'll be 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like if there's ever been an opportunity to bring in Tom Mitchell, maybe it's this week because he can play sub, go into the bye, and then go from there.
Yeah, as I said to you, but I'm happy with Mitchell in as long as he plays Sullivan's role.
Manny, question.
Ella.
2023.
How did the poll go against McStay playing this week?
54% said in, 46% said 1 week out, 1 more week out.
So what? I can't understand the 46% of Collingwood supporters out. Out for what?
Malaka,
it makes no sense.
Hey, this is democracy. This is a democracy. You're not. Unfortunately, only 54%. You're almost wrong. How certain you are on your opinion, and the fact that you only got 54% in the poll suggests your opinion wasn't so strong, wasn't strong enough, wasn't convincing enough.
Yeah, but my opinion's right. If you've got a fully fit best 22 player, 23 player, and he's got no injury, he plays. It makes no sense. Context.
Context is opposition. Context is the form of Mason Cox in the VFL. Do you know what I mean? Context.
It's 1 week in VFL, big deal. 1 week in the VFL. What you think if he plays on King's birthday, he's going to be a superstar?
Hey.
Well, so now, if you go back in the VFL for a week, now all of a sudden you're a superstar.
Didn't say that. Form is warranted, though.
Fuck it, mate. Yes, but what I'm trying to say to you is Cox going to give you more output than McStay up forward?
No, but he wouldn't. That's not what he's there for. That's not what he's there for.
They've got Levo, and they've got May back there. We have to stretch him.
Luke wants to know, who do we drop for McStay? Manny said we'll drop, or Schultz and Lipinski are out, so it would just be McStay and Will Hayes in, so no one necessarily gets dropped, right?
Exactly.
You know what's funny?
That's what I'm saying. So Hayes in.
Egg in there. Done. So 2023, this time in 2023, what were we? Were we like 8-2 or something? Do you remember?
Yeah, we're up there. We're top of the ladder, or second or top of the ladder right now.
Yeah. And then how did we go against Melbourne in that Queen's birthday clash back then? The Massa.
Oh, we gave it to them.
Nah, Malak.
We lost, did we?
We lost, bro. We lost by 4 points.
Yeah, but who was playing? Who was playing? We're a whole different team now. Who's playing? Who's playing in that team?
I'm just saying. Back then, we were on a run. It was a premiership year. We lost before the bye.
Back then.
Wow. Listen to this.
But
Listen to this. Hold on 1 second. Listen to
this.
Back
then we were just winning games of football. Now we're pumping sides.
Well, listen to this team. Listen to this team back in 2023 back then, yeah? Quaynor, Darcy Moore, Maynard, Frampton, Murphy, Nick Dacos, okay? Hoskin Elliott, Jack Crisp, Josh Dacos. Forward line, Ash Johnson, Brody Meyer, Jack Lipinski, McCreary, Mason Cox, Bobby Hill. And then we had DC, Pendlebury, Tom Mitchell in the middle. Noble, Taylor Adams, Reef McInnes, Harvey Harrison. Wow, our team is so different.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We had Reef McInnes. We had Adams that can't kick the ball. We had Reef McInnes. We had AJ up forward. And we had, who do we have? Mychek and our forward was shit kickers. And Jamie Elliott, was he playing?
No,
he was.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't in.
Nah. Yeah, Jamie Elliott was a player. Are you fucking are you kidding me or what? Look at that team now, there. Look at the forwards we got. Look at the forward structure. We'll run rings around them. You kidding me or what, eh? Adams and Reef McInnes. Who else do we have in there that's not playing?
Nathan Murphy's not there anymore.
Yeah, well, Nathan Murphy's a gun. AJ?
AJ's in there. Who else is not playing that's in here? I mean, Mason Cox was our starting forward. Harvey Harrison, John Noble.
Noble. Was a kicking the boy out of bounds on the floor?
Probably.
Anyway, we were just beating teams last year. We weren't powerful. We weren't as powerful as this year. This year we're powerful. I'm telling ya, the industry shitting themselves over us. They saw us beat Hawthorn. Didn't you hear the talk this week? They've never seen a game play that perfectly before. We played perfect football.
When it's good, it's going good, man. When it's good, it's going good.
So I said to you, that's why the season's flying, because we're playing good footy. We should be beating Melbourne by 40 points this weekend. Easy. If we're serious, we'll go out there and we just they might keep up with us for about a quarter and a half. I reckon after that it's bye-bye. It's all over. But it depends on the weather. If it's raining heaps, it might keep it tight, nice and close.
You know what's happening Sunday, by the way?
Huh?
Do you know what's happening on Sunday?
Footy's on.
I think we've got... So, hold on. When's the VFL? We've got... On Saturday night, we got Collingwood versus Melbourne. 7:10 p.m. That should be all right. And then...
That's Carlton versus Essendon there. Sunday night.
Don't worry about those malakas. Don't worry about them, man.
Oh, VFL you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about VFL?
Yeah. That's Saturday night, yeah? That's Saturday night. Then Sunday, I'm going to watch the Vic Metro Vic Metro and Vic Country I'm going to watch because we've got...
Listen, do you want me to give you an idea?
Tell me.
How about you watch games of AFL football? Watch games of AFL football of other teams So when you do your content, you know what you're talking about. Watch other teams play like I do. Then you can see exactly what's going to happen. I know every team plays and all their systems. I watch them properly on purpose. So when we come up against them, I know exactly what to do against them. Simple.
That's why you're here.
You got to do your analysis, buddy. If you want to make content, you got to do your analysis.
I'll just focus on
So start watching AFL games.
The black and white, not the other Malakia.
Yeah, but you can't. You got to focus on your enemy, buddy. You can focus on yourself, yes, but you gotta take a good look at the enemy and you got to see what's coming.
Chris says, tell Manny to come to Melbourne so we can watch a game at the pub together and then do a podcast. Manny, the coach.
Yeah, we'll punch on. Tell him. Tell him we'll get locked up. Guaranteed.
Bummer orient.
Who else is on Discord? Who else is on Discord?
Oh, we got a couple. All right, Manny, fuck it off. I gotta move it on.
All right, get him on.
There, yeah.
I'll get him on, yeah.
Yeah. Kynan.
Hey,
Big dog,
how we
big
doing?
dog. Is it cold in Adelaide or what?
Hey, you don't know. It's fucking freezing.
Hey.
Nah, but hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't do the analysis right, mate.
I haven't got a clue. That's why we bring on big Manny Costo, you know?
Yeah. He's the analysis man. He's the analysis.
He's
man.
he's the man.
Yeah, nah, I mean, hey, I get what he's talking about with mixed day. Why would we not play him? But it's also the fact of raining, chaos footy, not good for tall players.
Mm. So you're of the 50% that say mixed day in, yeah? You're of the 50%.
I would say chuck him in, but like if it's gonna be pissing down, I wouldn't. That's me personally, though.
Oh, so whether it's raining or not, you'd still prefer Mason Cox in just for this week at the very least, is what you're saying?
I would say if it's gonna be pissing down, don't run mixed day. Keep Coxie in. Get the tap outs forward and just surge it forward. That's because that's what he's good at. But if it's not raining, I would say chuck McStay in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who knows?
No point playing a full forward in.
We don't know where Fly will lean. Did you see the interview?
Yeah. I mean, there's no point playing a full forward if it's pissing down raining because he won't be able to mark the ball.
Mm. Yeah.
And plus, we've got Membry and Checkers, so like you don't really need that 3rd foot tall.
I mean, guys, in the chat, like, don't get me wrong, McStay's a great player. Yeah. McStay's a great player, right? But
I'm gone.
But is he having is he having a decent year? Like, what do we think?
Who, Checkers?
No, Checkers been unbelievable. But like,
I missed half. I had to talk to my dad real quick.
Fucking switch on. Hey, switch on. We're here.
Yeah, all right. What'd you say then?
Hold on, champ. So McStay. I was asking in the comment section as well.
McStay.
What do we think of his season to date?
His season to date? He's only played a few games, hasn't he?
He's played 1, 2, 3, 4.
In those
5,
games,
6.
he did play well though. So he's played half the season pretty well. Is that a good?
I mean, he had a good game against Port Adelaide. Had 21 touches and had 5 coaches' votes. You know.
I would say he's had a pretty average season, but he's also been out for half of it, so it's a bit hard to judge him.
No continuity, huh?
He just hasn't had a good string of games. Yeah. I would say to be able to judge him properly.
That's fair.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do want to see Mitchell in, but again, it just who comes out for him? Who comes out for Mitchell?
Do you dare to have that conversation with Sullivan, or you prefer Sullivan in at this point?
He's not a forward player, is he? Though, is he? But I guess him and Sully do fill that in and under role.
That's the problem. And you know what concerns me? I don't know if it concerns me, but Tom Mitchell's not playing any forward time in the VFL.
Nah, he's not. All mid time. Maybe they're prepping him for a finals run.
Maybe, but I just would have liked to think that they're going to play him a bit forward. But maybe they're adamant that the only role that exists for Tom Mitchell in the AFL right now is as a midfielder.
Hey, Lance, I got dinner plans, so I gotta go. But I would say my predicted 23. I'm gonna put McStay in if it's not raining, Coxie if it is, and then you're gonna bring in. Then I would say you're gonna bring in Hayes, Philip Lipper. I reckon. I reckon that's the two you bring in, depending on the day, of course.
Okay.
So raining, Coxie, not raining, McStay.
Okay. All right. Done. We'll see how it goes.
I think that's how you do it.
Done.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, get up here, Nichols. Get up here.
All
right,
you,
go
mate.
Pies, boys.
Bye. Nicholas.
Hey, how you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. A bit nervous. Got a gig to do at 7:00.
Oh, it's today.
So yeah.
Interesting. So
but
Nick?
so yeah about the game and stuff like that. Do you think will be the second ruckman on Melbourne's second ruckman to help out Max Gawn?
Who do I think the second ruckman might be to help out Max Gawn?
Yes.
I think it's Johnson, the tall, bold bloke. Aiden Johnson, I believe, is his name.
Yeah.
But Max Gawn plays like 85 to 90% in the ruck anyway, so he doesn't get much of a chop out.
Yeah. Okay, because I was going to say it kind of makes sense to put Cox back in to help out Dusty Cameron in the ruck, since Melbourne is going to have that second ruck. So I think it'll be like Max Gawn against Darcy Cameron and Max Cox against Johnson.
Johnson's suspended.
Is that right?
Well, someone
Second
just
ruck,
said Johnson's
second ruck,
suspended.
Johnson.
Johnson's suspended, and then Marvel Man says, why don't they move Sullivan to the forward line so Mitchell plays midfield? Herein lies the issue, Marvel Man. Sullivan is the sub right now, so his time in the midfield is already limited. So it doesn't really make sense to put Sullivan into the forward line and then Tom Mitchell into the midfield. You would need someone from that starting midfield like Ned Long or someone to go forward to make room for Tom Mitchell in the midfield, which is just not going to happen right now.
Do you think maybe Tom Mitchell, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Fly has done this back in 2023. He on swapping Taylor Adams and Tom Mitchell between the midfield and high half forward. Do you think he might do the exact same trick between Ned Long and Tom Mitchell?
Not with how well Ned Long is going right now. I feel like Long is going really well. Reza says in the chat, what if Long covers Schultz? Again, Ned Long is not a forward. He's not a rotating half forward yet.
He's not forward.
But in the same breath, Nick, you're suggesting Long could potentially rotate like an Adams and Mitchell role. I don't think you'd want to move
Mitchell,
Ned Long out.
Yeah.
He's going way too well in the midfield.
Yeah. Yeah, but I hate to be the selectors, but and on the subject of McStay, I don't think he should play. I think we should save him to the post bye, because I think bringing him in for one game wouldn't quite be worth it.
Yeah, well, if you listen to the interview with Fly earlier today, he said he doesn't want to get ahead of, he said he's still got to get through Friday and Sunday. If that's the language he's using, then if you're so apprehensive to put McStay's name on the team board on Wednesday, then maybe it's worth just hanging tight and waiting till post-bye to get McStay in.
Yeah, post buy and put McStay in, and probably in the meantime, because Mason Cox and Will Hayes and Will Parker were pretty good standouts in the VFL. So I think I don't know about Parker, but I think. Do you think Will Hayes will have like a second chance, like as a direct replacement for Lucky Shields?
Absolutely. Did you see his VFL game?
Yeah, I like the way how he just burst out of the pack.
He's electric. Mate.
He bloody came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's electric. Sash says, don't see the value in moving the chess pieces to slot Mitchell in. He has to force a player out due to form or injury. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the only player who if he could force out based on form right now would be Lockie Sullivan. But then again,
Lockie Sullivan, I was going to say.
Sullivan has a bit of forward craft, whereas, I don't know, maybe Tom Mitchell has forward craft, maybe he doesn't. I'm not too sure.
I'm not too sure either, but the only time I remember him being up forward was against Geelong in the opening round. In the opening round, not opening round. Sorry, in the opening round did not bloody exist then. What the hell I'm talking about? In round one, when we spoiled, we ruined Geelong's premiership reveal, not the flag. That's what I'm looking for.
Mm.
And then you see Taylor Adams and Tom Mitchell, as I said earlier before, rotating between the midfield and the high half forward.
Yeah.
So I think he might have a year, a bit of forecraft, but no, having Mitchell out forward just does not feel right at all.
No. Are you positive?
Yeah,
are you hopeful that we get the win? Where do you stand right now?
I'm pretty confident, but I'm always nervous before a game, and then I start doubt. Well, I don't doubt, but I just don't take any team lightly, regardless of where the hell they are in the ladder.
Yeah, unlike Manny, he says, "Oh, we've got to win by 40 points minimum."
Points. No, look at not Hawthorn. Look at North Melbourne and stuff like that. They really took it to us, and they are very down at the ladder. Not at the very bottom of the ladder, but pretty down there. Yeah. So that's when you never take teams lightly, and I'm pretty sure against North we did took them lightly in the first quarter. So that's a little lesson learned. We never ever take teams lightly, regardless of where they are. If it's like a bloody West Coast or a Richmond down at the very fucking bottom, we don't take them lightly. Never.
You guys think you're a shit. Yeah, that's right. We'll see. Hopefully, yeah, we don't take them for granted. It's a really important game. It's another little test in my mind. These are the little narratives I create in my mind. I go back to 2023, Queen's birthday. We were on a run like we are right now. We play Melbourne going into the bye in the Queen's birthday clash, and we lost. In my mind, to me, This is a challenge. Let's right that wrong. Let's win this game going into the bye, and then we go from there.
We could do that. And if you think about it, Harvey Harrison was a real standout in that game as well. So now that we're bringing Will Hayes, he could be maybe a bit of a standout after he had a first taste of AFL game.
That's it.
So he could kick a couple maybe kick 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah,
we don't know.
John says, listening to Fly last week, he said Titch is still 2 to 3 weeks away from a return. It's all about getting the kilometres into his legs at the moment. And as most of you guys are stating in the chat, we're not going to move heaven and earth to fit him into the side. It's going to come down to Titch has to be playing so well that he plays someone out of the side or injuries potentially.
Yeah. I gotta go because I gotta pick up. I gotta get my amp and stuff ready.
Where's your gig?
It's down at an open mic.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. I hope you go well, mate.
Thank
See
you.
See you, Nick. Bye-bye.
Go Pies.
Go Pies, buddy. Huge. What else are we saying in the chat? So what was the poll? When I said Tom Mitchell in question mark, it says yes. 38% say yes, sub this week. 62% say no, leave the team as is. Dom says, win this game, go into the bye with the win and top of the ladder. Couldn't ask for anything better. Just right the wrongs from 2 years ago. How did we go? We really crawled. I mean, obviously it's a completely different year. It's a completely different side, but we really crawled into the bye season, the bye last season, didn't we? I'm just trying to remember. Guys, who did we play in the bye last year? Or before the bye, sorry. It wasn't North Melbourne, was it? We had the Bulldogs. We lost by 3 goals there. We played Melbourne. It was Melbourne again, wasn't it? We pumped Melbourne. And then we had the bye. No, we didn't. So it was North. Interesting how we played Melbourne. I remember that game. We played very well. And then we played North Melbourne. Have that game. I mean, sorry to bring this back, guys, to last year, but fuck. The games after that, Gold Coast, Essendon, Hawthorn, Geelong, just rings in my ears to this day. Pain. Should be Cox and Hayes this week. Save Dean after the bye. That's what I think. John. Stephanos says we need to give Mitchell an opportunity to see if he's the Mitchell of old or the Mitchell that's done. Yeah. It could be this week. It could be, but I think he has another opportunity. I don't know when, but I think he will. I don't know how, but I think he will. I think it will come at some point. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you tomorrow for moving the magnets for the extended teams, I believe. I'll clarify that, and then we'll go from there. Go Pies.